Bronny James is one of the best prospects we've ever seen, so today we will be simulating his entire career in Hoopland. So here we go. Here he is, Bronny James. He has 5-star potential, so he could be deadly. And for him to even get a chance at playing time, he'll have to be better than Austin Reeves by the end of the year. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I still have the same rookies from last year on accident, so it's gonna be harder for Bronny to win anything. So since there's a lot more rookies and a lot more competition, Bronny's gonna have to lock in. And at least we know Bronny's gonna play with his dad for more than 1 year, just like in real life. But now the only thing left to do is simulate this season and find out what's next. And at least I can say the Lakers didn't struggle. They will make the playoffs. And Bronny ended up doing better than he did in real life, averaging 8 points per game. And LeBron, not his best year yet, but when you have all those awards, it really doesn't matter. And not a single Laker won any awards this year, which is kind of crazy to me. But here we are, round 1. It would be nice if Bronny didn't have to do nothing to get his first ring. But unfortunately, that would not happen. Anthony Edwards was everywhere. And it was just the fact that nobody could guard him. They didn't have no defenders. So that led to the Lakers being swept and being taken out of the playoffs. But after a long season, rumors about LeBron James potentially retiring just means Bronny needs to go harder. And also, Luka left the Lakers to go build a super team with Kevin Durant. Bronny's brother, Bryce James, is now in the NBA. So that meant Bronny had to put some work in the offseason, and after putting some work in, he was the starter for the Lakers. And I mean, taking a look at this Lakers squad, they're really not that good. They're ranked 27th overall. I mean, now that LeBron James is going down, they don't really have a true superstar. I mean, you could say Austin Reeves is decent, but Reeves, I don't know if he's going to be a superstar. I mean, we all know Bronny is the best player on this team by far, but there's only one true way to find out what he'll do, so let's simulate it and see the stats. And yeah, kind of what I expected from them. They were one of the worst teams in the NBA. And Bronny James, I see he developed a little bit. He's a 4-star now, but he just hasn't really done anything. Only 9 points per game. I mean, look at the stats. His stats didn't really change. And then I don't even know to say about LeBron. He might as well go ahead and retire. And then Austin Reeves, also average. He didn't do bad, but he didn't really like stand out. And Cade Cunningham would end up winning the Finals MVP with Detroit. And the Rockets had a Damian Lillard, a 5-star Amen Thompson, a 5-star Kevin Durant, and Luka Doncic, even though, of course, he was hurt. And just out of curiosity, I'm looking at Bryce James. He only averaged 2.6 points per game. Not too much, but he is a rookie. And the Lakers actually decided to do something this offseason, grabbing Jabari Smith for not that much of a cost. And if you think Kevin Durant going to the Pistons is crazy, you have a lot coming for you. The Mavericks just got Donovan Mitchell and SGA on the same team along with Cooper Flag, and this is going to be insane. I mean, look at this roster. There's no way they don't win. And also, just to add on the craziness, Anthony Davis will be going to the Indiana Pacers. And after an incredible career, LeBron James will call it quits, which means the Lakers are cooked. Austin Reeves, he's just not really that great. Luka's gone. LeBron's gone. I'm sorry, but Bronny's not showing us anything. They're the worst team in the league. And usually I don't watch regular season games, but this is the first game, and I wonder how Bronny will play now. And yeah, I just hopped into the 4th quarter, and I don't even see Bronny. You know it's bad when you don't see the starters. The reserves are in. I'm pretty sure nobody could guard Jokic. This team is just straight buns. And pretty much Jokic's stat line just tells me how the game went. Nobody could guard him. So we're just going to simulate to the end of the season. I'm not expecting much out of Bronny. I'm starting to get tired of this. And yeah, the Lakers finished at the bottom. Bronny James didn't really do much, but they did pick up Sabonis. I guess he's a superstar or something. And I mean, we won't even be able to see the play-in. Nothing. We're just out. And also, none of our players won a single award. We're just like nothing out here. And I'm wondering why all these big stars just get traded like it's nothing nowadays. He's on the Nuggets now. So with that loss, the Celtics had to take Domantas Sabonis from us. Ja Morant will no longer be shooting for the Grizzlies anymore, but now the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Durant's on his like 10th team already. And out of all that, you want to know who we signed? You want to know who we signed? The only player the Lakers would sign is Gabe Vincent from Nigeria. They already had him before, but he's just a 3-star. And I see they have been developing Bronny. He's almost a 5-star now, and if you look at the stats, he's looking forward to a breakout season. And he's gonna have to have one because nobody else on the team can, so let's see what they do. And yup, another bad season for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Bronny is doing better and better each year. He didn't do too bad, but since the Lakers just can't seem to get over the hump, I'm gonna be adding the legend himself, Zhe Yao. Only OGs know the lore behind Zhe Yao and who he is. If you're new, you don't know. But basically, he's an undersized Chinese boy with a backstory, and he will be joining the Lakers to help Bronny. And also, if you do want to be an OG, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's literally free. But Bronny James would end up winning all defensive first team. And even though the Mavericks had all of those players, they still couldn't get past Nikola Jokic, which is very odd. But at the end of the day, Victor Wembanyama would win Finals MVP and take home his first trophy. And what's very odd is Stephen Curry is on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who would have thought he would have played for them? And with Zayao being added to the team, they had to trade an old Trae Young away, and they got Isaiah Hartenstein. They also had the first pick in the draft, and they got Arthur Thorin. The draft class wasn't really strong, so there was no good players. But based off the roster now, I'm looking forward to a good year out of the Lakers. They should finish in the top of the West, at least. And I mean, Bronny, it just gets to a point. Like, you're the fourth best player in the league. You need to start averaging 30. And the Lakers have a chance in the play-in for the first time in years. Bronny is averaging 32, 4, and 3, the #1 player in the NBA. And it's probably because of Zayao. He's been brilliant, and that's why he's only allowed to have 2 years before he leaves. Now the Lakers are in the play-in. All they have to do is beat Zion Williams and the Pelicans. Okay, and it's really looking like it's cooked. They're probably going to lose this game. They do have another game, though, so it's not over yet. They are the 8th seed, and Bronny, he is actually a superstar. It's crazy how we got to watch him develop and turn into a superstar, but yeah, they lost this game. And even though they did lose this one, I'm convinced they're going to beat the Warriors because we have a Bronny, and their best player is OJ Anunoby. And this is just disappointing. This is just nasty. There's no reason why their team doesn't have a single guy over a 4-star, and they just beat us like it's nothing. The coaching staff needs to be fired. And I can't even put the blame on Bronny because he had 30. He played nice. They just suck. But with that being said, Austin Reeves would get All-NBA second team. Bronny James will get All Defensive first team, All-NBA first team, the Clutch Player of the Year, the scoring champion. But yet the MVP will go to Jokic. I mean, look at his stat line. You can't blame them. Oh, they just signed SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander headed to the Lake Show to play with Bronny. But I'm looking at the roster right now. I don't see Bronny. Where is Bronny at? I do not see him. I don't see.
Bronny James has reportedly left the Lakers. He is no longer on their team. He's a free agent looking to sign with a new squad.
So as you can see, the Bronny era with the Lakers has officially come to an end. The #1 player in the NBA will be headed to Detroit. And alongside of him, he's teaming up with Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Edwards, and also Paolo Banchero. And you can tell he's chasing a championship. They have 4 5-stars, not to mention Franz Wagner coming off the bench. But just to speed things up, the Detroit Pistons would be the #1 team. Maxey would lead the charge with 27 and 8. Anthony Edwards will have 23 points per game. And then Bronny, he couldn't do much because there just wasn't enough room, but the Detroit Pistons would make it all the way to the finals and have to deal with Giannis Antetokounmpo. But just like everybody expected, they kind of both went back and forth. Giannis was throwing down haymakers, Maxey was crossing people up. So now they are in a game 7 for the championship. Here we go. Okay, championship on the line here. Maxey pull-up fader. He cannot hit it. And it's looking like they're trying to call a play on Bronny. Okay, now we have a little ISO, and that's Bronny there. You're not hitting that. And they just have everybody in the paint. They're going to throw it to Giannis. He's going to kick it out to Smith. He's going over both of them. He's going to hit it. If we truly want to win this game, we're going to have to start pushing harder, and our center is backing him down. What a play. They swing it over to Gigi Jackson. You got to close on that. Giannis has a wide-open floater, and he's hitting that every time. I'd love to see Bronny get the ball a little bit more, but I think Maxey has it. He's calling for a screen right here. He's working on whatever his name is. He hits him with a pump fake. He makes him jump and the 3 in his face. We really need to get this stop right here. We really need it. Smith working on him. He fouled him. And one. He's 51% at the line. He just needs to miss this free throw. He's going to miss it. Banchero gets the rebound, taking it up the court. Come on, Banchero. Pass it to Maxey or pass it, bro. You're a power forward. What are you doing? No, he almost got the ball taken. He got it back. He got it back. He dunks it down. Now the game all comes down to this. Jack Savanis has the ball. He's going to pull up with a 3. That's out. They have Ant, and they're going to foul him. Ant, you have made all of your free throws. You're 95%. Why are you missing free throws? You might cost us the game. Bro, please hit at least one. You're literally 95%. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. This is one of the best game 7 games I've ever played. Juxavakis has it. Smith, you better lock him up. Lock him up. Do not let him back you down. He's just doing the same thing. I think he's trying to take down the clock. They give it to Giannis in the corner, and he's gonna hit it. So now everything comes down to this play right here. Maxey has it. He's taking the final shot. And that's it. Memphis will take the dub. And even though the Memphis Grizzlies would win this championship, the Detroit Pistons would be right at it next year against Luka and the Thunder, as they would add on their first championship to the Dynasty. And the next season, they will have to see Wembanyama and the Spurs, and they would beat them, and Bronny got Finals MVP. And then the next season after that, Bronny would win MVP, leading them back to the playoffs, facing Luka and the Warriors. And Bronny would hit the game runner and go for 50 against them, securing their third championship. But unfortunately, we all know things don't last forever, as Tyrese Maxey, Anthony Edwards, and Bronny James are all going to part ways. And with the fact that Bronny just went to the Kings, Bryce James is there too, and they're going to be able to play together. And the record didn't really look that good. They're going to make the play-in. Bronny James having another MVP candidate season, but all that wouldn't matter because they would go and face the Mavericks and get eliminated from the playoffs. And Bronny would end up getting awards for all defensive first team, all NBA first team, and he was also the scoring champion. And with another Finals MVP, Cade Cunningham could be the greatest of all time. And speaking of greatest of all time, no disrespect here, but how is DeAndre Jordan in the Hall of Fame? He hasn't done anything. And the Kings roster really hasn't changed. They're not going to get any better. And Emmanuel quickly is degressing really fast. They need to get rid of him. But I'm not going to lie to you, Bronny is kind of getting old too. He's 30 now. And bro, what in the world is going on? I just simulate and I see he's averaging 43 points per game, but he has a fractured hand that takes him out the whole season. And looking at the statistics, there hasn't been a single season where he's played the full year, which you know what that means on this game. As soon as he hits 31, he's going to go down. And yeah, just like expected, the Kings were one of the worst teams in the NBA by far. And forget about Victor Wembanyama having a historical performance. I need to check on Bronny. And oh my gosh, look at this. He's going to retire next season. If that happens, that means he's going to retire next season. Usually I do a lot more talking about the offseason, but I need to simulate this. I need to see what's going to happen. And not only will the Kings not be able to make the playoffs, but Bronny James is officially retiring from the NBA. What a career for Bronny. He couldn't play as long as his dad because of injuries, but he will go down as a Hall of Famer. I hope you guys really enjoyed and had a great time. And if you're new, go check out the other videos.